Now, in just one station, surveillance cameras showing a new view of a violent shootout in a parking lot of a South Florida apartment building. The barrage of bullets sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Broad daylight bullets, 2 hit, over $500,000 in exotic cars. All of it on surveillance video obtained exclusively by 7 News from October in ultra-quiet Bay Harbor Islands.
I got that name because I'm fine.
And it involves a recording artist, Pooh Shiesty, except unlike this clip, what happened here was no music video. The footage shows a McLaren sports car, Mercedes Maybach, and another Mercedes pull into this East Bay Harbor Drive condo parking lot. Men from the vehicles eventually get out and meet, and then this. The man in the white shirt has a pistol. The man in the black sweatshirt has a longer gun, and at about the same time, they begin firing before retreating back to the Maybach. The fancy getaway cars speed off, and one of 2 victims then hobbles to the car.
Skyforce 836.
The victims ended up at Aventura Hospital with injuries. But back to the scene for a moment. Police say the famous rapper was in that McLaren.
If I shoot my gun 300 shots.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the shots flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor Islands, and days before an arrest.
The town of Bay Harbor Islands says you're wanted for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
He's also charged with armed robbery. Bay Harbor Police names 1 other for aggravated battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private jet. Police also using these Instagram photos, showing Shiesty with an assault-style rifle and cash as part of their case. They say the shooting came as one of the victims tried selling high-end sneakers and marijuana.
Who, they got the right guy?
Sheldon Fox, 7 News.
This was Harbor Bay Island, Florida, October 9, 2020. Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty, as the world knows him, real name Lontrell Williams Jr., was only 20 at the time of this incident. He would shoot a 28-year-old man in the ass while at a meetup for sneakers and drugs. Pooh Shiesty was actually facing 20 years for this incident. This dude was sitting in a McLaren, a $200,000 car, robbing and shooting folks. Like, you can't make this up, bro. Then they would get the hell out of Florida in a private jet. Like, these dudes had enough money to purchase everything they stole. But you can't fix stupid, no matter how much money you throw at it. Also at the scene was Pooh Shiesty's cousin, another rapper, Big Scar, who genuinely looked like he was confused when shots were fired. Pooh Shiesty and Big Scar are both signed to the 1017 label. CEO of that label is Gucci Mane. I'll talk about Big Scar later. Pooh Shiesty would plead guilty to a federal charge of conspiracy to possess a firearm in furtherance of violent and drug trafficking crimes. In April of 2022, he would be sentenced to 5 years in prison, roughly. Fast forward, October 2025. After serving roughly 3 years, he would be released. And he would then drop FDO in December, First Day Out video, which I personally thought was fire. I'm not a Pooh Shiesty fan or was looking forward to his music, but he definitely did his thing on this track. Fast forward, January 2026, there'll be a rumor that rapper and music executive Radrick Davis, aka Gucci Mane, was robbed by Pooh Shiesty. Shiesty, again, was signed to Gucci Mane's label, the 1017 label. And at first, it would just be a rumor. A lot of people didn't believe that the big bad Gucci Man, boogeyman of the South, was robbed by Pooh Shiesty, one of his own artists. Well, fast forward to now.
Hey, major news out of the music industry today. Rappers by the stage names of Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 have been arrested along with several others. And they're accused of robbing and kidnapping another rapper going by the name of Gucci Mane.
The victims in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence.
According to the DOJ, on January 10th, rapper Gucci Mane and 2 others were allegedly kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint at a music studio located on Dallas Parkway.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Officials say a total of 9 suspects were involved, including Pooh Shiesty's father and rapper Big 30.
The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness.
This genius, Big 30, another rapper closely affiliated with Pooh Shiesty, and Pooh Shiesty's dad, yes, his dad, Lontrell Williams Sr., and 6 other individuals thought it was a good idea to head to Dallas, Texas, and meet up with Gucci Mane and hold him at gunpoint and relieve him of his belongings, also kidnapping and robbing 2 other individuals. The criminal complaint would identify the 2 other victims by their initials, MM and BP. The criminal complaint would also state that Lontrell Williams Jr., Pooh Shiesty, arranged a meeting with Gucci Mane because he was upset about the terms of his contract and wanted to be released. This meeting would take place in Dallas, on Dallas Parkway. Now, at one point, all 9 individuals entered the studio's control room, where inside, the victims were watching a football game. It was stated Pooh Shiesty was on the phone with what sounded like a parole officer because Pooh Shiesty was explaining that he was given rec time. It was heard by people in the studio, and whoever Pooh Shiesty was talking to told him that wasn't the case. Come to find out, Pooh Shiesty was actually wearing an ankle monitor. This fool was being monitored the whole time. Authorities knew his location. Gucci even told Pooh Shiesty they could reschedule the meeting, but Pooh Shiesty insisted on handling business right now, and boy did he. Pooh Shiesty then produced contract termination paperwork, demanding that Gucci sign it. Gucci declined. They then began arguing, and Shiesty then told Big 30 to get his bag. Mind you, this is all in the complaint. There's multiple witnesses of this. Big 30 would do just that. Shiesty would then present a Draco and pointed it at Gucci and told him to sign the paperwork. Gucci then obliged. It was said Pooh Shiesty then showed it to his father, asking him if the paperwork was good. Pooh Shiesty's dad would then state it needed to be dated. Gucci would then date it. The other 2 victims were robbed and threatened. One of them was even choked, nearly unconscious. He was then robbed of his Rolex watch, a Louis Vuitton bag containing multiple other high-dollar watches, Apple AirPod headphones, and his wallet at gunpoint. The victim also confirmed that his Louis Vuitton bag, AirPods, and wallet each had an Apple AirTag. That's a location tracking device, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Surveillance footage will catch a white Buick Enclave, a black Dodge Charger Hellcat, and a black Dodge Ram, all traveling northbound after the incident, and authorities were also able to capture the license plates on the vehicles. The feds were also able to get cell phone records showing orchestration and premeditation. Oh man. They were also able to get surveillance footage of the suspects at hotel rooms and also records of some of the suspects traveling by Greyhound bus. And to add, fingerprints were also left at the crime scene where the robberies went down. One of Pooh Shiesty's goons, who goes by the Instagram name of DamnFool375, would live up to his name and waste no time going straight to Instagram and showing off one of the watches he stole. Another suspect would do the same thing and display items stolen, like a watch and a 1017 chain, the name of Gucci Mane's label. And this came as a surprise to a lot of people because Big Bad Gucci Mane, the boogeyman of the South, would cooperate with law enforcement and identify Pooh Shiesty as the main perpetrator. Now, I don't have a problem with people cooperating with law enforcement, but when you claim to be a gangster and you talk shit like this,
talk to me, I'ma smoke you. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. Only thing I believe in is don't tell the police. Keep it in the street.
And then cooperate under any circumstances, you kind of deserve that title of snitch or rat or whatever the hell they label you because, hey, you was the one who's supposed to be street or supposed to be hood. According to you, you're supposed to be gangster. According to you, almost everybody who was there that day carrying out the crime was identified by their Instagrams. Now, first and foremost, Gucci Mane, Mr. 1017 himself. This man made it his business over the years to sign a bunch of gangsters and hoodlums, and it most certainly didn't work out. Over the years, all his artists would end up where most gangsters or people living a treacherous lifestyle end up, dead or in jail. Remember Big Scar, Pooh Shiesty's cousin? He would pass away from an accidental drug overdose. Another would lose their life the same way, and a bunch of them would be locked the hell up. People call it the 1017 curse, and I mean, can you blame him? Pooh Shiesty has got to be the dumbest rapper of all time. For you to just get out of federal prison just to pull a stunt like this is beyond ridiculous. I mean, it's next level stupid. Like, sometimes I think these rap motherfuckers don't live in the real world. Some of these folks are on a planet of their own. Like, seriously, they're not serious people. Like, they're not in touch with reality. A lot of them. They're simply, they're not.
Amen. damn, y'all ain't gonna feed us, and we can't come out this motherfucker, we can't shower. I can't talk to my people for 5 months. The bitch that got pregnant and had the baby by then. You know what I'm saying? Just on some real shit.
She moved on.
Then you got Pooh Shiesty's dad, Lontrell Williams Sr., a.k.a. Mob Boss. Mob Boss. Corny as shit. Like, what the hell were you thinking, my guy? I'm telling you, man, these fathers out here, a lot of them are pathetic. Like, no type of guidance whatsoever. I touched on this on my last video about this one fool, Wes Watson. It's the blind leading the goddamn blind. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Mob Boss here, he has been accused of being a federal informant over the years, as he too, just like his son, has an extensive criminal history. Like, bro, this whole situation is a complete shit show. And if I hear anybody saying free this man, you need to slap yourself, or be slapped, because he's a damn idiot, and he deserves to go where the hell he's going. Clearly, he likes prison. You know, there's some people who learn from other people's mistakes, which are few. Then there's folks who gotta bump their heads once, maybe twice, hell, maybe even 3 times. But then there's people like Pooh Shiesty, people who never learn. But what's really disgusting about this, in my opinion, is the fact that his father went along with it. He either went along with it, or he put Pooh Shiesty up to it. They need to bury his ass too. Like, a lot of these young men don't have no real male figures they look up to and respect, especially within the black community. It's just dysfunction across the goddamn board. Not trying to make any excuse for Pooh Shiesty, but I mean, a father like that, you're bound to goddamn fail. The dad, he probably grew up in a dysfunctional environment too, but I mean, you in your 40s somewhere up there. At that point, you supposed to know the game. You supposed to have learned. And then make it your business that your son don't walk in those same footsteps. But no, you over here, up in your goddamn 40s, probably 50, close to it, leading the goddamn charge like a dumbass. The streets is dead, bro. This ain't back in the day. This ain't a goddamn Godfather. You could just walk around putting guns to people's heads and make them sign signatures and shit.
And my father assured him that either his brains or his signature would be on a contract.
You pull this type of shit in this day and age, you're going to jail, okay? Simply put, you gotta be smart out here. Atlanta, that city has been exposed. The whole don't snitch, snitches get stitches is done with, man. It's a joke.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you gotta do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta.
Bro. Yo,
everybody telling now. Like, bro, the hood shit, the street shit, it ain't cool no more. At this point, it's corny, it's foolish, and it's played out. Get your money out here, but do it the right goddamn way. Leave the BS alone. Stay dangerous, people. Till next time.
Help me understand this, y'all. Please help me. I really need help. Pooh Shiesty did all that time in jail, in the feds. He around people that have unbelievable cases. Pride and ego is our main enemy. That's why I call myself Wooded versus Wooded. I have to fight myself every day to not let these suckers trick me back in jail. To not let these suckers trick me away from my kids and take my life. That young nigga came home, bro, and did NBA YoungBoy numbers. First song he put out, they said he was gonna flop. That young nigga went to the top. He had all the cars, the lifestyle, everything he dreamed of having. But he didn't change his mindset. Look what the boy did. The boy done went and did some stupid shit. Caused him to go back to jail. Listen, young man, we our own enemy. The shit stopped when we change our mindset. Man, we ain't gotta fake an image no more. We did what these niggas wish they can do. We ain't gotta keep doing it. That's why I say these niggas play the game till they lose. You gotta know when to get out of it, bro. You gotta know when to say, okay, this is it. Cause they all love you, they gas you on. And when they're fucking putting fucking handcuffs on you, and you come to the realization that this shit is real, now y'all wonder why Wooda walk the way he walk and talk the way he talk. Nigga, the feds are real. That cemetery with all them bodies in there is real. This ain't Grand Theft Auto. This ain't no fucking TV show. This our real life. And y'all wonder why these white people don't want to see us with no money. Cause we do stupid shit with it. You had no business doing that. You folks came out here and led by example. God bless the rest of y'all.
Message.